In this problem, we're told that the price-demand equation for the production of television sets is given by the formula P equals a function of X, where X is the number of sets that can be sold at a price of P dollars. We're asked to calculate the marginal revenue at a particular value and interpret its results. We know that the marginal revenue is the derivative of the revenue function. So I'm going to need to build the revenue function first of all, so that I can then calculate the derivative, which is the marginal revenue. Once I have the marginal revenue function, I can evaluate at 3,000 and then interpret the results. So to begin with, the revenue function is the price times the quantity sold. That's how we determine revenue. How many we're selling times the price we're getting for them. And in this problem, our quantity is the number of television sets, and that's given by X. So the quantity is simply X. The price then needs to be a function of X, and fortunately for us, that's the way it was given to us. So in this case, it's going to be P times X, where P is negative 1/30 times X plus 300. We'll multiply that by our quantity, which is simply X, and we have our revenue function. Now, I'm going to multiply this out because the next step is going to be to find the derivative of this, to find the marginal revenue. And if this is multiplied out, it's a little quicker. I could do a product rule up here, but it's a little quicker to have it in this standard polynomial form. So next up is the derivative of the revenue to find the marginal revenue. The derivative of negative 1/30 x squared, we'll pull that constant out of the way. The derivative of x squared is 2x. So I'll have 2 times negative 1/30, which would be a negative 1/15 x, plus the derivative of 300x is simply 300. Now specifically, we're looking for the marginal revenue at 3,000. So the idea is we're producing 300 sets, or 3,000 sets, excuse me, and we're looking for the marginal revenue. That value then comes from placing 3,000 into the derivative of the revenue function. And if I calculate this, let's see, 15 goes into 30 twice, so this is negative 200 plus 300, which would be 100. Now the units on a derivative is always the units on the function divided by the units on the variable. So this would be dollars per TV set. Right? And the interpretation of this is that at the production level 3,000, the revenue is increasing by $100 per TV set. What this means is that if I increased production to 3001,
to learn more about adding and customizing zoom and pan animations to your video, check out the other Getting Started tutorials on our website.
Go up by $100.
We've talked about some of the tabs already, but be sure to explore the others for adding and editing special effects. If they don't all show up as tabs, click on the More tab to explore others, like the speech-to-text capabilities and captions, and the improved quizzing. Also, transitions can now be dragged directly to the timeline and added on top of clips. So we've shown a few ways you can navigate and edit your video, but how do you get content into your video? To make a new screen recording, click the Record the Screen button. If you already have an audio or video recording you'd like to use, click the Import Media button. When you're done with your video project, you'll need to click the Produce and Share button to create a shareable video. Expand this menu to see a variety of presets. We have a new video player that plays back your MP4 video and includes other interactive features like table of contents, closed captions, quizzes, and even hotspots. These features are available when hosting your video on TechSmithScreencast.com or the video and player on your own web server. This player provides playback on multiple devices with just one video, whether it's a phone, tablet, laptop, or desktop computer. Well, it's time for you to try Camtasia Studio for yourself using the content on the timeline, or better yet, create your own. We have lots of free tutorials on our website, and I recommend you begin with the Getting Started series. Also, the help file inside Camtasia Studio tells you how to use each of the Camtasia Studio features and applications. One last thing, if you ever want to open this Getting Started project again to view or practice with, use this link here. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy Camtasia Studio.